I'm Congressman James Lankford from the 5th District of Oklahoma. I'm standing here with Dr. Garrett, who is the Senior VP at Oklahoma Christian University. We're just finishing up a hearing here in Washington, D.C. on the decision HHS made on compelling religious institutions to cover for free contraceptives, abortifacients, and sterilizations as part of their insurance coverage. So we're trying to do some follow-up on that to determine, this hearing was, to determine can the federal government reach into a religious institution and redefine their doctrine of what they believe on certain issues and then compel them to submit to the federal government's perspective on that. So Dr. Garrett was actually one of the people testifying in the two-panel hearing today. What were your impressions of doing the testimony today, and what do you think were the key issues?
Well, the key issue is definitely that of religious liberty. For institutions of higher education like Oklahoma Christian University, one of the key issues for us was the fact that the exemption, which has been crafted by HHS, is very, very narrow, and we would not fill that exemption. In fact, only synagogues, churches, and mosques would be entitled to claim the exemption. So any institution of higher ed that has religious principles at its heart would be unable to claim the exemption and would be forced to provide abortion-inducing drugs as a part of its coverage in the future.
Right. So what were your impressions of the hearing? Obviously, it's a long hearing. We started at early this morning, and it's now 2:30 Eastern Time currently. And so what was your impressions of being a part of this?
Well, it was enjoyable in a way, in that it was very interesting to see democracy at work up close, but it was disappointing to me that I had to come here to Washington in order to help preserve a religious liberty that is guaranteed to me in the Constitution.
Welcome to our world on that. That's a constant frustration. Every single generation has to be able to fight for our own liberties. Again, the core issue of today is, does the federal government say to a religious institution, I know what your doctrine is, but we have a different doctrine, and you'll submit to our doctrine or we'll fine you. Do they have the authority to be able to do that? I would say they do not have that authority to do that. Now, the issue today comes up on the issue of abortifacients and contraceptives and sterilizations, but that's not really the issue. The issue is an issue of religious liberty. Can the federal government reach into a religious institution and redefine for them what is a part of their doctrine and practice? We want to be able to address that, correct this, and get it shifted around back to the basic constitutional principles of the First Amendment still has meaning, the same as it did in 1789. It still has meaning today. The federal government shall make no law regarding the establishment of their religion or the free exercise thereof. So hope you enjoyed getting a chance to track through this hearing. Thanks for getting a chance to stay engaged with us as well.